What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger, man. We got a Volted update today, going over everything taking place with Voteinu. You know, we got some major catalysts coming up for March, and I want y'all to be prepared for what's going to take place. Voteinu is one of those tokens that, you know, you want to really have it in your portfolio. I gotta say, this is not financial advice. I can't tell you to buy, sell, or hold, but it's one of those tokens that we, on this channel, we strongly believe in. We got a very, very strong community. If you believe in shibainu, it's a very similar project to shibainu, if you ask me, in terms of community. Community is where it all starts. Community, without that, the project can be nothing. So strongest meme coin community in the game, when you ask me. Obviously there are a few, you know, bigger tokens out there as far as, like, you know, the baby doge, the flokies, but I still haven't seen a community like the Voteinu community. So join the fam, you know, take a look at the catalysts that we got upcoming. Do your own due diligence. Decide if you want to join the army. Now let's take a look at all the things we got going on with Voteinu over the last few days. First thing that stands out to me, no other project has as many influencers, you know, content creators, people that, you know, make this information or make this content surrounding this information and put it out there to the people. These are different micro sets of communities through each influencer that gets to learn about Voteinu and constantly be updated on it. Voteinu is constantly staying in the forefronts of people's minds due to this. You know, let's say your favorite influencer constantly talking about Voteinu, or one of your favorite influencers, you're going to constantly be aware of this project and all the other people inside of their communities. Now we have a community of influencers and content creators for Vote that, you know, kind of sends off that ripple effect throughout their communities when it comes to different updates and catalysts. So shout out to everybody, you know, on the front lines. Also shout out to Hinnock, constantly updating with Voteinu each and every day. It seems like he says, let this sink in. Now ask yourself this question: how many top tier exchanges see this level of production? How many others do you think see what's happening with Voteinu and are hungry for the volume? This is a proof of concept in their eyes. Stand by March Madness. So this is something we talked about, you know, seeing the volume come from, you know, 20 million in one day coming from, you know, these other exchanges. These exchanges make money from the fees that they make. So they need transactions and trades to take place on their exchange so they can take that little percentage of each and every transaction and make money for the business. And Voteinu is looking like a prime target for these exchanges to want to list. We got our second top 10 listing coming up soon. You know, that's going to be massive, so stay tuned for that. But also Vatoshi says utilities, products, and exchanges marketing. That's cool, but only a voted community can make it all vote. So also in response to Hinnock's post, Vatoshi, the original post was, Vote is currently #1 trending and most traded meme coin on Huobi Global. Meanwhile, Huobi is still the second central exchange with the most weekly visits after Binance. Probably nothing. So connect the dots. Binance sitting at around 13.7 million weekly visits and Huobi Global at 7.2 million weekly visits. And think about that. That's more than double the next closest one to it at position 3 at 3.6 million weekly visits. So we are voting up right now, y'all. Right now the foundation is being laid. Each of those blocks are being laid in front of each other to get us to our destination. Now Crypto for Life says, Voteinu says sometimes 6 to 9 words is enough to vote. Which one is that? If you have another one, please comment. So Votiflex, Crypto.com, Voticard, or Bitfinex. We got 100 or 53% out of the 100 going with Crypto.com. 726 votes, y'all. Second place, Votiflex. Hinnock also says March Madness continues for Voteinu. #1 trading meme coin on a tier 1 exchange. Second manual burn of supply. More exchange listings coming. There's more behind the scenes on the way. So if you're not familiar with those manual burns that take place, Voteinu is now burning from the actual circulating supply, literally reducing tokens out of circulation, making each one of our tokens that we hold more valuable, more scarce. So also we got CoinDCX saying, can't wait to witness Vote's trading volume in action. We will be listed on CoinDCX really soon. Also, Volt is now #1 trending in the gaming category on Huobi, while outperforming top projects like Mana and Sand in terms of daily volume. Absolutely massive. You know, we got the Volt Inu game coming to Steam, I believe, later this month. Also available on PC right now, the Battle Royale version. You can just, you know, run around the map, you know, fight with different NFT dragons that we have in the community from our collection, the VDSC. Also, we do have that first round of rewards going out to VDSC holders very, very soon. Stay tuned for that. Vatoshi says Volt is currently #1. Okay, we checked that out. Jake, shout out to him. He says just in, Volt is #1 trading meme coin and gaming project on Huobi today. Volt has more 24-hour volume than Doge, Floki, Mana, Sand, and Shib on Huobi. So obviously, you know, that community, that you know, possibly that Chinese community, this was a really, really big you know, sign that, you know, this is something that they wanted. You know, I believe that's their main demographic in that area, if I'm not mistaken. But people got access to Volt that have been waiting for it, and we can see that now with Volt Inu having more trading volume than some of these top projects like Doge, Floki, Mana, and Sand. Those are two of the biggest metaverse projects, you know, that exist. So that's really big. We want to pay attention to that. Also, shout out to Mike the Investor. He says Volt is solving two major problems. Major utility, that's free for projects. Problem 1, VoltiChange equals allow tokens to become deflationary on ETH and BNC. Problem 2, VoltiFlex, allow tokens to be staked and give reflections. Those are major utilities. When, you know, traditional crypto investors usually say, you know, look for some solid utility. And Volt Inu has built up the community, built up, you know, the support, and it's coming right now with some utility that is disruptive. We haven't seen this. Normally you see a project come out with one, you know, pretty cool, decent utility or idea for utility. Volt Inu has several. So to be seeing, you know, Volt Inu shaking up the game like this gives me even more confidence to be inside of the project even longer. So who else here is in Volt? Gearing up for another big move. Shout out to Altcoin Gordon. Vatoshi says a special voltage in the air. Moko17 says buy Volt here. No need fancy TA. I'm just putting it into perspective. That makes sense to me. Volt Inu this weekend starts the magic. So he's basically saying we may see a 100% gain to retest these highs that we've seen in May. This would be absolutely bullish. Putting Volt back around that 4 level. Hey, I'm here for it, man. Shout out to him. Vatoshi says over time, more and more people will be reached, but less Volt will be available. Volted math. You gotta remember, Volt Inu is highly deflationary. So as time goes on, yes, the price can, you know, fluctuate, but essentially each token is becoming more scarce once the demand fully hits. So also the second of our weekly double burns took place. Manually burned 12 billion Volt tokens from the circulating supply worth $22,000. 2 more double burns coming later this month. So, you know, it's going to continue to, you know, reduce the supply. The tokens we're holding are going to continue to become more scarce. So you know what that means, man. A meme coin started its first bull run with 60,000 holders, the first deflationary decentralized exchange, a hyper deflationary tokenomics, a play to earn game, upcoming battle royale, marketing all around the world, 111 exchanges to buy from, a $100 million market cap. That's never been seen. Volt Inu, I really think Volt Inu is going to break into that $1 to $2 billion market cap very, very soon. When it happens, it's going to happen fast. I want y'all to be prepared, man. It's not financial advice, but just be prepared, because Volt Inu is positioned to do it. It has utility, has community, has a solid development team, you know, solid marketing. Volt Inu has everything a project should have, you know, everything that you would want a project to have. It has it, y'all. So Coffee says the level on Volt has been tested so many times. Expect fireworks when it finally breaks. Months and months of ranging, now approaching expansion. So testing this resistance point here, and it's looking like, you know, especially with the market picking up, Bitcoin at 28,000 for the first time since June 2022, it's looking like, you know, it may allow us to slip into this bull market. We've been talking about it, overall crypto market cap at 1.19 trillion. I've been telling y'all, once this 1.15 trillion level takes into place, I believe FOMO will set in, and then we're going to start to really see everything take off. So this is something we talked about as well before. In the world of marketing, for a while, you've probably heard of the rule of 7. So basically, it takes on average 7 times for a potential customer, client, whatever the case may be, a buyer to hear or see of an advertisement or whatever it is that you're pitching to them 7 times before they consider making it a purchase. Some of y'all remember me telling y'all this a while back, and this is just the facts to show you this is true. So we have to continue to advertise. We have to continue to bring awareness to Vote Inu. We have to continue to put it in the face of retail investors, so that way they see it a few times. By the time they get some discretionary cash flowing in or some little extra flowing in, they may be willing to grab them a nice bag of Vote Inu or begin to accumulate Vote Inu. We need new investors to constantly come in. We need old investors to want to continue to diamond hand their positions. That will raise the floor price. Overdose says, I see Vote Inu is starting to appear on my feed again and again. Given the fact that Vote has already $60,000 holders and their community is very active on Telegram and Twitter, I wouldn't be surprised to see a very positive price action if BTC keeps climbing up. So shout out to him as well. Let's see what else we got. CZ says, no one can print Bitcoin out of thin air. Mining is a feature. Vatoshi responded to that and said, no one can print Vote. The only option is to burn more. Mining isn't one. Volticard, the second top 10 exchange. Voltiflex, waiting for the official tweet launching them. So letting us know that these things are very, very close. 3 major catalysts: Voltiflex, Volticard, second top 10 exchange coming. Central exchange. So that's going to be more access to more holders, or giving more holders, more investors access to Vote Inu from different places in the world. The Volticard is going to allow users to be able to spend their crypto, and Voltiflex is going to allow users to be able to stake different projects and earn rewards. So this is absolutely massive, y'all. No project is doing this. I can tell you that right now. Shout out to Che. He says, when you wake up to Vote banners on Dex tools, you know it's going to be a voting day. If you didn't know, we have on several of the top, most used crypto websites, Vote Inu is running a 3-month advertising campaign minimum. And, on the top of every single banner, from basically any of the sites you could think of. This one right here is a screenshot from Dex Tools. Shout out to Vatoshi for that. Shout out to Che as well for sharing it. We got a post saying, sometimes we vote so much that it becomes hard to keep up with everything, especially if you're new to the project. This is why I like to do these style of videos when I make Vote Inu updates. I like to go over all the things that, some people mention one update that, may have taken place, which is absolutely cool. But I like to go through and keep y'all up to date with every single piece of capital. Because this is our investments. We want to have as much information as possible, to, give us that confidence in the project to be able to, go, 2 years out, 3 years out, 5 years out when we think about Vote Inu and being inside the project. So this is why we do this style of content. But this tweet says, sometimes we if that's the case, here's a thread where you can learn about Vote in a few minutes. So if you've been following the channel, you know everything going on with Vote. If not, just watch my last maybe 10 Vote Inu videos to really get caught up. And also remember to do your own due diligence. If you're brand new to Vote Inu, you want to know what you're investing in. So that way, even if we see a little pullback, that doesn't shake you out of the space. You're still nice and confident in the project. So shout out to Shiba Inu News. It says, I was late for SHIB and definitely will make the same mistake with Vote. They keep doing the right moves. Hyper-deflationary tokenomics, first deflationary decentralized exchange, trending on Huobi and surpassing our volume. Something you won't want to miss is going on there. Then happy Votes is Sunday. The craziest news, the craziest growth, the craziest voltage have yet to be seen. So Vatoshi giving us a hint. Usually Vatoshi really gives us heads up without really saying too much. He puts out the information like, hey, this is about to get real. And we usually, see whatever, it is that he's telling us. So Vatoshi also just shared a $20 million daily volume on a quiet Sunday. Probably nothing. Connect the dots there, y'all. $20 million in volume. Absolutely bonkers. Vote Inu on that way to $100 million in trading volume in a day. 200, 250, 300, and then, we're really going to start to see some things take off. I want a lot of y'all to really realize how young Vote Inu is in the game for a solid project. Vote Inu, yes, it's been around about 14 months, but that is nothing when you compare it to projects like Doge, when you think about how long it really took for Dogecoin to start to take off. Vote Inu is already building everything that we need, to be primed for this next bull market. When this bull market comes around, you're going to wish that you probably had more Vote, man. That's all I'm going to say. So days of waking up to generational voltage are coming. I could feel it. Huobi and Vote Twitter Space AMA, co-hosted by Paula Nix enter to share $2,000. So here's that right there. We're gonna retweet this out. Pablo will be hosting it for the vote side. Shout out to him. Shout out to Yi Shan Tio, holding it down for Polynix, the listing manager over there. Let's see. Vote trending again next to Shiba on Twitter. Meanwhile, the voted question keeps being shown to hundreds of thousands of crypto users every day. So let's take a look at that. Vote, Shib trending right next to each other. We can see Vote Inu was at that 19 level right here on this screenshot. When you see the Vote Army, 64,000 holders competing with other top communities with 500,000 or 1 million plus holders, can you imagine the voltage when we actually reach those numbers? We're doing, you know, what communities with 10 times, basically 10 times or more, around 10 times or more, you know, we make just as much noise as these communities that are 10 times our size. So that's really, really bullish right there. Vatoshi comes through with the memes. Holy sheet says, when you see the vote agenda. Also, you know, we got stage 5 of the roadmap still unfolding. You know, probably 90% of those things, 95% of those things still left as catalysts upcoming, you know, in the next, you know, few months or so. Also, Pablo says, I've never seen such a bullish chart. Vote bull market crypto, Vote Inu. This thing is looking like a slingshot. So absolutely look like we got a nice, you know, triangle forming here. You know, normally we see the breakout after that. Mike the investor says, pay attention to Vote this upcoming bull run. Then also in a relationship with Vote, more than a crypto, more than a finance. Family and relationships trending, Vote, absolutely crazy. These are the indicators, y'all. These are early indicators showing us what Vote Inu is doing. Then also, shout out to Game Banger, said we going live tonight at 8 p.m. Let's turn up the Vote Army. So make sure y'all show him some love. We might, is it already past? I wonder what time, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. I wonder is that Eastern time, Pacific, but we might slide through there. Let's see. Projects pushing VotiChange to burn their own supply equal earn more. Users pushing VotiChange to get more rewards equals burn more. A voted combination. And then we got the Voti card pin tweet coming in March. Remember, physical and virtual debit cards allowing you to spend your cryptos are days away. To reward the Vote Army holding a minimum of 200 million, Vote will be required. Another reason to vote now. So if you're going to want to use these cards, you want to make sure you have at least 200 million vote before, you know, the cards roll out, and also possibly before the price increases. So that's all we got for this video. We're going to check out Vote Inu's price before we get out of here. Right now, we got Vote Inu at that 1884 level, down about 0.7% right now. You know, slight pullback, nothing major at all, not even 1%. And it is looking pretty bullish, y'all. I'm expecting a breakout very, very soon, especially once we break out of this level we've been seeing here. Vote Inu is clear to go. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Show some love in the comment section if you true Vote Army. And we are